Good evening, everybody, and welcome to 235 O'Callahan Way. Lynn Classical is hosting Medford today in their second-to-last game, second-to-last home game. Classical coming off a two-game win streak, last winning over Somerville. Next, they got Swampscott here tomorrow night, February 6th, for senior night. Classical at a record right now of 7-5. Medford right now with their last win over Malden, an OT win, 57-54 final score, standing at a record of 5 wins, 9 losses. Their next game versus Everett. So while we wait for the introduction of the starters, I just want to say thanks for tuning in. If you're watching our live stream on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and information going on here at Lynn Classical High School. I'm your host tonight, Sean Donahue, thanking you for tuning in and thanking my crew. We got Joanne up on the perch, bringing you all these smooth and steady shots. We'll go to Classical for our starters.
Senior number 5, Darren Dean. Sophomore, number 11, DJ Reynolds. Senior captain, number 2, Almani Corrado. And sophomore, number 1, Marvin Avery Jr. Head coach for the Rams, Marvin Avery. We ask you to sign the complete drive. Move your cats as the playing of the national anthem will be started. Thank you, basketball team.
Eight minutes on the clock. Both teams hungry for a win. Both teams coming off of a win. And both teams trying to walk out of here tonight with, a win. If you're just joining us right now, Classical standing at a record of 7 wins and 5 losses, while Medford stands at a record of 5 wins and 9 losses. Last win for Medford was versus Malden in an overtime win. 57-54 was the final score there. Next game for Medford is Everett. Starters for tonight for Medford is Matt Randazzo, Joe Mangone, Justin Marino, Tyler Caulfield, and Renzo Polcaro.
If I get my coach to call your coach?
Write your number down somewhere. I'll text it to you when I get some time, okay? This is my only thing. Yeah. All right, no problem. No sweat. Bria Arias to take the tip. Off the fingertips of a Mustang. Classical going to inbound. Avery to take that responsibility. He's got Garado there, and Garado will work at that point position. Garado met with some solid defense to start. Avery with the rock, trying to create a little bit of separation. Over to Bria Arias. And Bria Arias will head to the line. A shot, first is good. The second around the rim. 1-0, Classical leading. Caulfield with the ball, Avery in front. Passes over to number 12, Pocaro. And that shot made by number 3 for 2. Rolke Bria Arias with another 2. 3-2, Classical leads. Bria Arias, the only scorer so far tonight. 7 minutes on the clock. And the last guy to score for Medford was Mangone. Caulfield in front. Passes over to number 10, Marino. Marino passes outside to Pocaro. Pocaro back up top to Caulfield. And Caulfield passes over to Mangone. Mangone's shot no good. Classical comes away with a rebound. And Darryl Reynolds goes up for a layup. He's denied. Medford comes away with a rebound. And one opportunity here. Marino able to drop that one. And he's got to go to the line. Maybe he won't. So ref calls it off. Says no good. Classical inbounds. Avery with the ball, driving inside, goes for the layup. Not enough. Arias there for the rebound, cleans it up. Bria Arias with 5 on the night so far. 5-2, Classical leading over Medford. Pocaro passes, trying to find Mangone. Mangone able to handle that one, gets it back into play, passes off to Randazzo. Randazzo passes off to Marino. Marino drives inside the paint. Bria Arias able to come down with the rebound. And now Classical on the drive again. Very aggressive so far offensively. Bria Arias able to come down with that rebound. The shot attempt coming from Gillian. And Bria Arias will go to the line again. His first, right where he wants it. That was fun. The second, good. Classical coming out in a press defense, trying to force Medford into a bit of calamity. Inbounding for the Mustangs is Mangone. Mangone looking for an outlet, and he's going to find it there with Pocaro. Pocaro back to Mangone. Mangone finds Caulfield. Caulfield with 2 Rams in front. Drive pass. Has to force a pass to Marino. Marino back to Pocaro. Pocaro driving inside. Tries for the layup. Bria Arias comes down with another rebound. 7-2, Classical leading. Gillian driving inside. And he'll draw a foul. Avery to inbound for the Rams. Bria Arias with it, passes up top to number 2, Garado. Garado down to Avery, and Avery sinks it for 3. Avery with his first of the night. Medford on the move, passes up top to number 10 with a long 3, no good. Sorry, that's number 11, Tyler Caulfield. Driving inside is Marino. Marino with 4 in front, able to get the layup. Ripped down from the boards by Darryl Rucker. And Rucker gets that ball over to Garado for his first 2 of the night. 12-2, Classical leading. 4.5 left in the first period. A pass inside ends up in the hands of number 3, Mangone. Mangone can't get it to fall. And Classical is going to be the beneficiary of this turnover. Few substitutions coming in for the Rams. Cameron Rucker now on the court, as well as Joshua Aul and Deshaun Rucker. Gillian with the ball, passes over to Aul. Au driving inside, going for the layup, can't get it. Pulls his own rebound, gets it back to Gillian, over to Rucker. Rucker for 3, can't get it to fall. Medford there for the rebound, and now they're on the offensive front. Marino with the ball, passes over to Weeks. Up top to Mangone. Mangone trying to drive inside the paint, passes outside to Marino. Marino testing the waters. Passes over to Weeks. Weeks driving inside. Met with some pretty contentious defense by the Rams. Trying to find a little bit of help. Has an outlet. Not much there. James Norden passes it right back to him. Goes in for a layup and draws the foul. Weeks will go to the line. 12-2, Rams lead. 3.5 left in the first period. Weeks' first shot. Right where he wants it. 12-3, Rams lead. Thomas Stephanopoulos coming in onto the court. Weeks' second shot. Bounces around. Aul comes down with a rebound, finds Avery. Avery driving up. Weeks in front. Pulls it back. Tries to go spin move to the right. And finds Darryl Reynolds. Reynolds puts 2 on the board for the Rams, his first of the night. Classical playing on this push on the transitions. Seems to be working out. They got Medford caught out of place. And a nice shot coming off of the fingertips of Tyler Caulfield. Caulfield ended up adding 2 to the tally. 14-5, 3 minutes left. Classical coming out on a press defense on these transitions has been quite the benefit to the team. Medford kind of scattering and looking for outlets anywhere, which way they can, forcing bad passes. And Classical's been pretty aggressive on the defense inside the paint. Seemingly there's been 3 Rams there at any given moment. So the game plan's working so far. We got a deficit of 9. Tell her to YouTube Lynn Classical High School.
YouTube Lynn Classical High School.
Yep. So if she just searches on YouTube Lynn Classical High School, she'll find it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll send you the link right now.
No, I'm trying to get us Thank you.
Sweat. Reynolds passes down to Bria Arias. Arias over to Avery. Avery for 3. Can't get it to fall. And DJ Reynolds comes down with a rebound and drops it in. 16-5, Rams lead. Medford now working on the offensive front. Medford driving inside, draws the foul and one. And that's Justin Marino. And his last basket started out that way too, but the ref waved it off. And that won't be any good. Reynolds comes down with a rebound. Classical can't get it to fall. Now a bit of a scrum around the far foul, out of bounds line. (16-7), Classical leading over Medford. Just over 2 minutes in the period. Caulfield with the ball, passes over to number 1, Randazzo. Randazzo finds Weeks. Weeks with Avery in front. Back to Randazzo. Randazzo trying to drive inside. Passes over to number 11 for 3. Can't get it to fall. That comes off of the fingertips of Caulfield. Classical back on the offensive front. Kenny Filzami onto the court. Avery with the inbound. Passes over to Garado, and Garado right back to Avery. And Classical moving that ball across that half mark with some pretty clean passes. Avery inside. Bria Arias driving it in. Sinks it for 2. Bria Arias with 8 on the night. Randazzo with the ball. Passes over to Weeks. Weeks with Filzami in front. Back to Marino. Marino drives inside the paint. Goes for a nice little jumper. Can't get it to fall. Bria Arias there for the rebound. Gets it over to Garado. Avery with the ball. 1 in front. Driving inside the paint. Trying to back it up. Goes for the layup. What a nice shot. Just can't get it to fall. And Medford is there for the rebound. That's James Norton who comes down with it. Denied by rookie Bria Arias. Medford to inbound from the Classical territory here. 18-7, 53 seconds left in the first period. Classical coming out aggressively, offensively and defensively. Really putting Medford in a spot where they're going to need to make some adjustments and figure out what has to be done to keep this ball in the fingertips of people who can score. So Weeks passes over and trying to find a little bit of separation. Working to get Adler Honorar open. Honorar's shot no good. And on the rebound attempt, it must have bounced off of the fingertips of a Classical Ram. Marino to inbound, gets it up top to Caulfield. Caulfield to Randazzo. Randazzo for 3. Gets it to fall. Randazzo adds his tally to the board. 18-10. Classical leading. Cameron Rucker with the ball. Passes over to Bria Arias. Bria Arias trying to pass inside to Gillian, and Gillian gets that one a fall for 2. 20-10, Classical leading by a deficit of 10. Travel call in favor of Classical. 3 seconds on the clock in the first period here. And Phil Zami will come in and give Bria Arias a little breather. And a 3-point jumper attempt for Avery is a fail, but it's a win for the Rams in the first quarter. 20-10, Rams lead over Medford. We'll be back with the second period. And we're back inbounding for the Mustangs, Randazzo. And Classical to press. And Weeks gets free. The nice easy inbound. Passes over to Marino. Marino's shot no good, out of bounds. Classical to inbound. Gillian to Avery. Avery at that point position. And elects to go right over to Garado. Garado at that point position. Back over to Gillian, back to Avery. Avery down low to DJ Reynolds. Classical doing a good job of moving it, trying to create a little bit of separation. Avery able to find a lane inside, drives it in for 2. Avery with 5 on the night so far, 22-10. Classical over Medford. Weeks with the ball. Brea Arias in front. Travel call. And shocked is Tyler Caulfield. Just about a minute passed in this second quarter here. Gillian inbounding to Garado. Garado over to Avery. Back to Garado. Over to Gillian. Gillian to Garado to Avery. Trying to create a little bit of separation. Classical moving the ball really well. Medford just allowing it. Brea Arias trying to go inside. Finds Avery out. Avery trying to drive. Has no lane. Passes back to Gillian. Gillian to Garado. Garado losing that one. And that half-court violation will result in an inbound for the Medford Mustangs in classical territory. Weeks passes over to Randazzo. Randazzo to Caulfield. Caulfield with Avery in front, trying to find an outlet. And Medford really trying to work to drive from at the top of the key. Another travel call against Medford. And Marino will be the culprit. Gillian to inbound, gets that one over to Garado. Garado to Avery, back to Garado, to Reynolds. Reynolds up to Garado, to Avery. Classical trying to create some separation with passes. A long pass over to DJ Reynolds for two. Can't get it to fall. The tip coming from Brea Arias. And Brea Arias can't get that one to fall. Jaden Chang coming in, sporting a nice new hairdo. Randazzo inbounds that one to Caulfield, and Caulfield's got Garado in front. Gets that one over to Randazzo. Randazzo finding Pulcaro. Pulcaro with Avery in front, trying to drive inside. Gets a little bit of space. Can't do much with it. Out of bounds, Rams ball. 22-10. 5.5 left in this half. Reynolds inside the paint for the layup. Waved off. Called for a travel. Randazzo inbounds to number 4, Thomas Stephanopoulos, and a long pass tipped away by the Rams, and Medford to inbound from the far side of the court. Randazzo finds Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos has Deshaun Rucker in front. A pass inside over to Randazzo, shooting for two. Can't get it, bounces 3 times off of the rim, pushed out of bounds by the Rams on an attempt to grab the rebound. And now Medford's going to get an opportunity to catch their breath and think about how they're going to adjust and get some points onto the board offensively. A long inbound intended for Caulfield. Weeks for the 3, can't get it to fall. Rucker comes down with a rebound. Rucker now on the move, over to Avery. Avery with a little bit of space, drives inside of the paint. Nice little jumper from the foul line. Another 2 for Marvin Avery Jr., 7 on the night. Only 1 behind rookie Brea Arias. 24-10, 5 minutes left in the half. Classical leading right now, trying to improve their record to 8-5. Medford right now standing at a record of 5 wins and 9 losses. Medford's got Everett next, and Classical's got Swampscott here tomorrow night, February 6th, for senior night. And a timeout call from the Classical bench will give us an opportunity to say thanks to you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're watching live. And if you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, we also want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm your announcer tonight, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television. I want to say thanks to my crew from Lynn Classical for coming out, filming this one. We got Joanna up on the perch tonight, bringing you these smooth and steady shots. Medford to inbound from their own territory. And Randazzo looks to Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos assaulted almost by two Rams. The Classical really putting the pressure on these clears. And they got these Medford Mustangs scratching their head. A long pass over to Weeks. Weeks with an open opportunity. Classical able to recover. All men are covered. Caulfield drives inside, passes over to Weeks. Weeks with Avery in front. Weeks trying to drive inside. Gets inside the paint. A little bit of separation. Denied. And a block shot attempt from Grotto results in a foul. Weeks to head to the foul line. DJ Reynolds to substitute in for the Rams. His first, right where he wants it. 24-11, Rams lead. And Weeks with 2 on the night. His second. In and out. Ripped down by AUL. AUL finds Avery real quick. Avery with Weeks in front. Has a pick on his right-hand side. A little bit of separation for 3. Can't get it to fall. DJ Reynolds goes up for the rebound. Can't field it cleanly. Pops that one out of bounds. And Randazzo to inbound for Medford. Stephanopoulos teaming with Rams around him. Forced to pass that one over to Marino. And that ball attempted to be stolen away by Gillian. And Medford to inbound from Classical's territory. Stephanopoulos up top. Right back to Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos with 1 in front, trying to create a little bit of separation. Able to find number 1, passes outside to Stephanopoulos for 3. Denied. DJ Reynolds with a nice pass down inside over to number 0 for the Rams. That's Cameron Rucker. Classical still vying for that rebound. Pulls it down. Avery for 3. Can't get that one. And Gillian with the ball. Classical slowing things down. Trying to find a little bit of recovery. Avery drives in on the right-hand side. Trying to pass to AUL. Denied by number 10, Justin Marino. Marino drives the length of the court. Goes for the layup. Rebound attempt by AUL. And the foul will call result in an inbound for the Rams. Jaden Chang and Kenny fills a me in for 3. Kenny fills the me shot, no good. The pass from DJ Reynolds. Caulfield now with the ball. A long shot coming off of the fingertips of Caulfield. No good there. Jaden Chang is there for the rebound. Gillian now trying to test the waters. He's got Weeks in front. Trying to pass over to Avery. Avery's defender caught out of position as he tries to get there. And a 3 for Kenny fills a me. Kenny fills a me, getting onto the board. 27-11, Rams lead about 2.5 in this half. Chang in front of Randazzo. Randazzo looking for an outlet. Passes to Marino. Marino with DJ Reynolds in front. Marino drives inside. Lays that one in for 2. Marino with 4. And a bust inbound results in a turnover. Medford with an opportunity to put some points on the board. Jaden Chang pushes that one out of bounds. Medford to inbound from Classical territory again. Stephanopoulos will take that responsibility, the junior guard out of Medford. Stephanopoulos finds Mangone. Mangone for three. Avery comes down with a rebound. Push from behind from Weeks. That'll result in the foul. Avery bounces up. Inbounds that one to Rucker. Rucker to Rucker. Back to Rucker. Deshaun Rucker with the ball. Trying to find DJ Reynolds inside. Reynolds not paying attention. Stolen away by number 10, Justin Marino. Marino with 6 of the night so far. 27-15. Rams are leading. Reynolds now trying to make up for it with that jumper, and he does. Reynolds with 6 on the night so far. Classical taking the pressure off on these inbounds. And the shot attempt coming from number 10, Justin Marino, denied by the Rams. Avery looking for Jaden Cheng down inside the paint. Cheng had his eyes somewhere else. Marino driving inside. Reynolds in front. Forced to pass out to Weeks. Weeks not there for it. Bad pass coming from number 10. Marino. Marino leading scorer for Medford so far. Cheng is off, and a UL is on. Cameron Rucker with the ball, working at that point position. Deshaun Rucker on the court as well. Passes over to Avery, over to Deshaun Rucker. Back up to other Rucker. Rucker finding DJ Reynolds inside. Reynolds for the shot. Another jumper. And a rebound attempt. Bounces into the hands of Marvin Avery Jr. And that's not what you want to do. Kid's hot tonight. Gillian inbound for the Rams. Over to Avery. Avery to Rucker. Rucker back to Avery. Back to Rucker for three. Can't get it to fall. Just kisses the rim. Medford now on the front. Marino trying to drive inside. Much to no avail. Marino is going to head to the line after being hacked. 29-15, 36 left in the half. His first is good, 29-16. His second no good, but rebounded by Medford, cleans it up. And that's Joe Mangone. Mangone with 5 on the night. Travel call against Gillian results in a turnover. Mangone inbounds to Randazzo. Randazzo with Filzami in front. Passes over to number 10, Marino. Marino up to Mangone. Marino trying to drive inside. Finds Weeks. Weeks, that one's stolen away. Interrupted by Avery. Kenny Filzami trying to drive in. Passes down to Cameron Rucker. And Rucker going for his own rebound. Trying to drive in one more before the half. Great half for the Rams. And at the end of 2, Classical's leading 29 to Medford's 18. We'll be back with the second half. And another 8 on the board. Classical leading by 11, 29-18 over Medford. And we're back for the second half. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams have made. Classical coming out fierce offensively and defensively, pressing on any transition, whether it was an inbound or a turnover. Gillian inbounds to Garado. Garado back to Gillian. Garado finds Avery up top. Avery looking for an outlet inside. Back up to Garado. Over to Gillian. Gillian trying to find help. Classical moving the ball. Stoppage in time to make an adjustment on the shot clock. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Gillian inbound for the Rams. Over to Garado. Back to Gillian. Classical starting out the first half this way, really trying to pass that ball around, create some separation through passes. And Avery finds a lane, drives it inside, gets it for 2, and 1 will result in him going to the line. And Avery scores the first 2 of the second half. And let's see if this shot brings him to 10 on the night. And it won't. Medford's there for the rebound. Medford with Avery in front. Wide open is number 1, Randazzo. Randazzo and finds a cutting Marino inside, and Marino adds 2 more to the tally. 9 on the night for Marino. Garado over to Avery. And Avery and Garado working together to try to come up with a plan. Avery with 2 Mustangs in front. Back over to Garado, finds Gillian down low. Up to Avery. Avery for 3, gets it to fall. And Avery with 12 on the night. Classical pressing. And a long pass results in a missed shot coming off of the fingertips of Joe Mangone. Mangone's shot falls out of bounds after an attempted rebound by the Mustangs. And Garado with the ball over to Gillian. Back to Garado, to Avery. A long pass over to Gillian. Gillian for 3, gets it to fall. Ching, ching, baby. Gillian with 5 on the night so far. Medford trying to create a little bit of separation here, and they're not able to do it. AUL driving inside has an opportunity for a layup. He's got a Medford Mustang right in front of him and tries to pass back to Gillian as he's fallen out of bounds, but not in time. Classical pressing on this clear. And Medford making the adjustment, try to spread out those passes. And a sweet little attempt coming off of the fingertips of number 10, Justin Marino. Can't get it to fall. Bria Arias comes down with it. And another 3 for Classical. And that's Garado who sinks that one, brings him to 5 on the night. And Classical leading by a deficit of 20. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in this third period. If you're just joining us, Classical is hosting Medford. Classical standing at a record of 7-5. Their last game, a win over Somerville. And Classical's coming off of a 2-game win streak. They got Swampscott here tomorrow night, February 6th, for senior night. Medford right now at a record of 5 wins and 9 losses. Their last victory against Malden in overtime, 57-54 win. That was last week, and they'll be on to Everett after this game. So quite the matchup so far, and Classical has been hot in this third period. Mangone to inbound the ball, finds Randazzo, and Randazzo with a long pass to Caulfield. Caulfield back to number 10, Marino, and Marino finds an open Mustang outside in the form of Thomas Stephanopoulos, but he's not there for the shot. A shot for 3, Avery gets it to fall again. 43-20, 5.5 left in the third period. Avery's on fire right now. 15 on the night for the sophomore out of Classical. Classical really running away with this one. Medford really struggling. They got a lot of ground to make up and quite the hole to dig themselves out of. A shot from Stephanopoulos for 3. And Stephanopoulos happy with that one. His first score on the night is a 3-pointer. Gillian with the ball, trying to find an open Avery. Avery cutting back and forth, trying to create some separation and get away from this kid, Matt Randazzo. Randazzo, pretty solid defense. Bria Arias trying to get that one in. Can't get it to fall. Medford comes away with the rebound. Justin Marino, he's there. Avery now on the attempt for a nice little layup. Drops another 2. 17 on the night for Avery. Long shot coming off the fingertips of Stephanopoulos, and Stephanopoulos gets another 3 to stink. And Stephanopoulos with 6 on the night and 6 on the period. Classical now pushing inside. Gillian over to Bria Arias. Oh, that was Ayul. Ayul gets onto the board with 2. A botched pass results in the fingertips of Garado. Garado with a behind-the-back pass to Avery, and he finds Bria Arias. And Arias can't get that one to fall. Gillian now, the only one there. A pass back inside over to number 1. Matt Randazzo results in his 5th point of the night, 47-28. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in this period. And we'll get a timeout here for a classical. If you're watching us on YouTube Live, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the Classical Television website for all of the up-to-date Lynn Classical news, sports, and information. I want to say thanks to our crew from Classical for coming out and filming with us tonight. We got Joanna up in the perch, bringing you these smooth, steady shots. And Classical has been on a run this period. 3-pointer after 3-pointer. Quite the excitement. Classical pressing on these transitions, and Medford making an adjustment to force these passes to be a little bit longer, trying to catch the Rams out of place. Some delaying down in their opposition's territory for the sake of drawing in defenders. And it's worked on the inbounds and getting across that half mark. But Classical's been pretty quick to recover and get back defensively. And the rebounds have been the name of the game for the Rams tonight. Everybody's working on the boards. And Classical really finding themselves and getting into a groove as this regular season concludes. And we're seeing some of the younger faces onto the court right now. Long pass over to Shaim Bab. Bab called for a travel. And now Medford back on the move. A shot coming off of the fingertips of Tyler Caulfield. Can't get that one to fall. Rams are leading by 19. The inbound from Medford, everybody seemingly covered. That's with the exception of Randazzo. Randazzo fields his own rebound. Not enough. Bab comes down with a rebound for Classical, finds Avery. Avery to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds can't field it cleanly for 3. Can't get it to fall. And that's Cameron Rucker. Medford now back on the offensive front. Nice little bounce pass inside over to Joe Mangone. Mangone cleans it up for 2. Mangone with 7 on the night. A stolen away by Medford. Marino quite active offensively and defensively. Classical's defense too strong. Avery in front. Trying to find a little bit of help. Has Bab on a pick to the right-hand side. Takes it for 3. Bounces off the front of the rim. Classical vying for the rebound. Deshaun Rucker comes away with it. Rams trying to slow things down. Rucker trying to find a little bit of separation here from Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos will get called. And Classical to inbound from their own bench. Garado finds Avery. Avery driving past and inside Randazzo. Randazzo recovers nicely. Avery inside the paint with a layup. Can't get that one to fall. And Randazzo's there on the rebound. Randazzo over to Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos for three. Can't get it to fall. Classical's there for the rebound. Can they get it cleanly? Rucker has it. He's met with some pretty contentious defense out of Medford. Settles things down. A long pass over to Avery. Driving inside the paint. Fields his own rebound. Still getting there. DJ Reynolds is able to come away with it, slowing things down at the top of the key. He tries to find Garado. Garado now with one in front. Tyler Caulfield's has to play defense against the hot hand of number 2, Elmani Garado. Garado down to Deshaun Rucker. Back up to Garado, driving inside. Looking for Roki Bria Arias, and he can't sink that one before the end of the shot clock. 1 minute, 24 seconds left in the third period here. Classical leading 47-30. They had a nice, comfortable lead of 20 earlier on, and they're trying to keep Medford in that hole. And they're going to have to work for it because Medford's hungry. For three, from number 3, Joseph Mangone. Mangone with 10 on the night so far. Avery with one in front. Doing a good job at keeping that ball away. Polcaro tasked to play against Avery Jr. Stick with him. Gillian to Garado. Garado not there for it. And Garado comes away with it, steals it from the ground. Garado inside the paint, goes up for a layup, denied by Medford. And Medford trying to drive and pull that one. And on the roll, gets called for travel. Classical to inbound from their own territory. 40 seconds left in the third period. Gillian inbound for the Rams. Gillian now inside the paint for a nice little jumper right outside that foul line. And Gillian with 7 on the night. Everybody contributing to the Rams tally on that scoreboard today. And Avery was able to get this guy to point back towards Rams territory. I'm sorry, Medford territory. Nice shot. Kid's been hot so far. Mangone can't get it to fall. And Garado is there with it. Last final seconds. Goes for the layup. Gets it to fall. Called for a travel. 1 second on the clock. Medford ball 49-33 as we approach the fourth quarter here. Isaiah Bell to inbound for the Mustangs. A long pass, no good. Waved off as we couldn't get the shot off before the buzzer. So after 3, Classical 49, Medford 33. We'll be back with the fourth after this break. Another 8 minutes on the board. 49-33. Rams leading over Medford. Medford to inbound, far side of the court. Randazzo tasked with that responsibility. And quickly finds Caulfield. Caulfield driving inside. Passes over to number 12, Polcaro. Polcaro's pass stolen away by Avery. And a foul call is going to result in an inbound for the Rams. Garado to inbound. Finds Bria Arias. Arias with the layup. Sinks it in. 10 on the night for Bria Arias. Medford trying to make up the difference. Opportunity here denied by Roki Bria Arias. But not enough. Isaiah Bell was there to field it. And Bell adds 2 to his tally. 51-35. Almost a half-court violation. Avery now passes over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds for 2. That ball bounces off the fingertips of Avery. Caulfield with the ball. Garado in front. Passes over to Bell. Bell looking for a little bit of help, and he finds it from Randazzo. Randazzo's shot no good. Avery comes down with it. Avery going end to end with another nice little layup. I don't think I could ever do that in my life. That was huge. 19 on the night for the sophomore out of Classical. The shot, no good. Ripped down from the boards by Bria Arias. Arias gets it over to Avery. Avery's got Pocaro in front. A little bit of hesitation. Pocaro doing a good job of getting a hand in there. Can he keep it? Avery able to get past him. Goes for the layup. No good. But he draws a foul, and Avery's going to the line. His second time tonight. His first. Swish. (54-35) Classical over Medford. The second attempt. Money. 56-35. Avery with 20 on the night so far. Stolen away. And Medford pushing to maintain control. Stephanopoulos for 2. Can't get it to fall. Bria Arias is there for the rebound. Not fielded cleanly. And luckily for Medford, Justin Marino was there for it. Marino with 11 on the night so far. Avery with Pocaro in front. Avery driving pass, able to get inside. 2 Medford Mustangs in front, denied. Medford comes away with a rebound. Marino gets called for carrying. Classical to inbound from Medford territory. About 5.5 left in this fourth period. Cameron Rucker and Deshaun Rucker coming in off the bench. They'll relieve DJ Reynolds and Darren Gillian. Garado driving inside, going up for 2. Knocked away by Medford. Recovers nicely. Garado with Stephanopoulos in front. Garado trying to find a pick on the left-hand side. Fakes back to the right. Drives it in for 2. It's in and out. Bounces off of that rim about 29 times. Nothing there. Stephanopoulos' ball stolen away. Passed over to Bria Arias, and he dunks it for 2. The big man wearing 30. So psyched to see it. It's been about 2 decades since I've seen something like that in the Classical gym. How exciting. Rocky Bria Arias. And I even got his name right for most of the game tonight. Classical increases their deficit back to 20. 5 minutes left in the fourth period. Timeout called here after that devastating dunk. And Medford has the gears turning inside of those heads. What are we going to do to dig ourselves out of this one? (57-37). Late in the fourth. Classical's leading. The only thing that would make this better is if it were Friday. Classical trying to improve their record to 8-5 before they host Swampscott here at Classical tomorrow night, February 6th. And that'll be senior night. And a technical foul after the celebration will send Stephanopoulos to the line. Stephanopoulos with 7 on the night so far. Make it 8. And Medford going to benefit from an inbound. Randazzo looking for a little bit of help. And Medford running the old wheel. Randazzo with the ball, trying to create a little bit of separation. He's got the big man in front. No good. Stephanopoulos over to Tyler Caulfield. Back to Randazzo. Randazzo driving inside. Passes outside to Stephanopoulos for 3. Rookie Bree Arias comes down with it. Avery with the ball, driving it up, trying to go for 2. DJ Reynolds is there on the rebound and cleans it up. DJ Reynolds for 2. Reynolds with 8 on the night so far, 59-39, 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. Stephanopoulos for another 3, can't get it to fall. Classical's there on the rebound. DJ Reynolds comes away with it, gets it over to Deshaun Rucker, and Rucker slows things down, finds Avery up at the top of the key. Avery's got DJ Reynolds wide open down low. And he sends him a package airmail. Reynolds now with 10 on the night. Driving inside is number 3, Joey Mangone. Mangone trying to find an outlet, nothing there. Out of bounds, Rams ball. 61-39, 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in this game. Cameron Rucker inbounds to Avery. Avery with Weeks in front. Avery trying to drive inside, creates a little space, goes back with the spin move. No Waynes. A long pass intended for number 3. Joe Mangone knocked away by Roki Bria Arias. Mangone to inbound the ball, finds Randazzo. Randazzo passes over to Marino. Marino for 3. And Marino with 14 on the night so far. 61-42. Just over 3 minutes. Cameron Rucker to inbound for the Rams. Stolen away by number 10, Justin Marino. Marino on the front trying to drive inside. Passes over to number 3 for 3. And that's Joe Mangone. Mangone with 13 on the night so far. 61-45, just under 3 minutes here. Weeks in front of Avery. Avery driving across that half mark. Foul against Weeks. Classical to inbound far side of the court. And Gillian will take that responsibility. Gillian finds Garado. Garado, the lone man with Stephanopoulos in front, over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds met with some pretty contentious defense, tries to force a pass to Roki Bree Arias. That one's stolen away by Marino. Marino drives in another 2. 16 on the night for the junior guard out of Medford. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. And some oohs and ahs as Garado pulls that one back. Bounce pass over to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds cleans it up and adds another 2 to the tally. 12 on the night for the sophomore out of Classical. And Garado forcing the ankles on that Medford Mustang to shatter. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. Classical leading 63-47. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on our YouTube channel live, we're happy to bring you these games as soon as we can. We'll also be airing them on our Comcast and Verizon channels, thanks to Lynn Educational Television. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue, tonight, saying thanks for tuning in. I want to say thanks to my crew. I got Joanna up in the perch tonight, bringing you the smooth, steady shots that you always can rely on. Medford inbound from Rams territory. And Randazzo gets that one over to Marino. Marino takes his time across the line, over to Randazzo, back to Stephanopoulos, down low for three, gets it to fall. And Stephanopoulos with the hot hand on the threes. 11 on the night for the junior guard out of Medford. Garado attempting to get past Stephanopoulos, and Stephanopoulos fouls him. And Garado's going to head to the line. Garado with 5 on the night so far. His first is good. That stretches the Classical lead to 14. Less than 2 minutes left in the fourth period. The second rolls in and out. Rolls in and in. And Garado with 6 on the night. Weeks trying to drive inside. You get the big man, Roki Bria Arias. No Buenos. White 3-0 says he got a foul. Roki shocked. Weeks heading to the line. And his first is good. Weeks with 3 on the night. DJ Reynolds comes down with that rebound. One in front, able to get past the hips of that defender. Reynolds drives inside for another 2. DJ Reynolds, hot tonight. Another 2. Weeks drives inside. Gets one to fall. Weeks now with 5. And a long pass from Avery over to Kenny Fills-A-Me. No good. He'll get another shot at it. Passes back to DJ Reynolds. Reynolds trying to drive inside. Finds Roki Bri Arias. And he gets that one to fall. Weeks and now on another attempt. Weeks with 7 on the night. Avery with the ball. Timeout called for Classical. So coach taking a timeout for the sake of substitutions, try to get some of these younger guys in onto the court. 46 seconds left on the clock. Cameron Rucker to inbound. And he finds Devontae Taggart. Classical now trying to keep things rolling. Devontae Taggart gets 2 on the night. Devontae Taggart with his first on the night. Medford just trying to stop the bleeding here. Jaden Cheng in front, forces that pass outside. No good. That board pulled down by Devontae Taggart. And now Classical's very own number 22, Ethan Hamill. And a foul call will send Chang to the line. Chang's first, right where he wants it. 6 seconds on the clock. Classical leading 72-55. And a handsome victory for the Rams in these final seconds. Classical on a 3-game winning streak. Medford able to sink a 3 last minute. 73-58. Rams come away with the victory. And boy, howdy, the Rams are on a 3-game winning streak. Their record will improve to 8-5. Medford will fall to 5-10. Classical hosting Swampscott here tomorrow night, February 6th for senior night. Top scorers on the night with 20, Avery Jr. And close behind, Bria Arias and Daryl Reynolds with 19. With 14 on the night. Top scorers for Medford, Joe Mangone with 13, Thomas Stephanopoulos with 11, and Justin Marino, top scorer for the Mustangs, with 17. Want to say thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all the up-to-date information and sports that are coming out of here at the Lynn Classical. From 235 O'Callahan Way, I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television, wishing you all the best.